Guys, today we are going to be looking at Canva, and I would like to talk to you guys about how we're going to use it in class today. Canva is an online tool that you can use to create all kinds of things. I use it for invitations, stuff for around schools, signs, logos, all kinds of different things. It's free to use, and I think you're going to like it. So if you go to canva.com and click the sign up button, you can sign up with email. You can use your school email, but you need to have that open on another tab because they're going to send you a code. Or you can use a personal email, but again, you got to have that open because they're going to send you a code so you can get started. So I'm now going to give you a couple seconds to do that. Next, we are going to look at how to get started. When you get into Canva, you're going to be able to see something like this. Over on the left-hand side, there's a bunch of different things that you can do with your designs and sharing with people. We're not going to really be doing that today. We're going to be working over here on the right-hand side. So we're going to click Create a Design. And when you do that, you're going to see there's lots and lots and lots of different choices here. So the first choice that we're going to make is that we are going to be doing a small something. And I'm going to just search up postcard. So you can see where I'm clicking that in. And what that's going to give us is a nice small little 5 by 4 inch surface or picture plane. So when you do that, it's going to open up your very first design. And you can see this white piece of paper here on the digital paper, virtual paper on the right-hand side. And that is where you're going to be placing everything. On the left-hand side over here, you're going to see a bunch of different options, okay? And we're going to use just a couple of these today. So you see templates and uploads, photos, elements, text, etc. For today, what we're trying to do is we are trying to take any work that you have that you did over our time together and make it all into one picture, okay? So I'm going to start here with the elements. And when I get to elements, these are all different things you can do. They're like lines and shapes and all kinds of different things that you could add if you were making an invitation or you wanted to add something for let's say you're making a little video and you wanted some cards for that, some title cards. But what we're going to do is we are going to look for frames. Okay, so we're going to go to this frames section and we're going to click the See All. And what frames are is they actually are like a little space that you can pop a picture into, and that's what we're going to do. Okay, so I'm looking for one that uses three little spaces because I am going to be putting my 3 photos of something that I took a picture of from 3 different angles. That was one of our choices on the choice board. So I'm just kind of using these little white dots to toggle this a little bigger. And what you'll notice is it's not the exact same size as this page. So I'm now going to click on the page and notice anything that has this blue line is going to be what is selected. So what happens when you do that is you see there's a background color chooser here. So I'm just going to pick a background color. I think I'm just going to go with like a purple. I think I'll go with a black. I like a solid black. Okay. All right. So now I've got my frame in there. Now, if you wanted to pick separate frames or you only have something that has 1 or 2, you could find a double frame. You could get more crafty and creative and put frames in that have different shapes and hook those together. That's completely up to you. But if you want something more basic, I'm just going for this basic 3-way frame here. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to upload some pictures to pop into these frames. Now, if you're on an iPad or on your phone, when you click upload, there's going to be a place for you to go directly to your camera roll and you can just bring those in. If you're on a computer, then you're going to have to go look for them like I am here. So I'm going to go ahead and pop into my files, and I have set up a Canva pics file here, and you can see I've got 3 pictures that I'm going to use. Now, this was from the choiceboard where it asked you to find an item and take 3 pictures from it, different angles. Okay, so that's the one I'm doing here. If yours was a drawing, maybe you only have 1 frame here. If yours was something else, you might have more than 3 frames. Okay, you get to decide how you want to put them. All right, so now all I do is I drag them over and decide where I'm going to put them. So I think I'm going to put that dark blue. No, I think I'm going to do, let me see. I think I want that in the front and I want this one last. So we're going to, whoopsie, it's moving the whole thing over. Let's pull this one over here to the middle, and then I'll do this one here. Okay, so I kind of like that. I'm not sure. Maybe I want this in the middle. Not sure. I kind of like this. Anyway, this is now one whole thing, and I can move this around how I want. Now, if you want to add some other elements to it before you turn it into Padlet, that's fine. One thing that I want everyone to do is to go to the text section, and I want them to write some kind of a word or something that kind of gives a little something to your little digital piece here. So even if this was a drawing, you might hear in the background add some lettering or something. I'm going to go with this Planet Arcadia lettering, and I just click on that and that puts it into my artwork. And I'm going to just change the words to say hand sanitizer. Okay, or maybe I want it to say wash your hands. Okay, and again, I can use these little white dots to change the size of it. I can also make it so that it's longer. I think I kind of like that. I think I'm going to try to fill this space here with wash your hands really big. So I'm going to go ahead and try to make that fit. And there are some other tools and things that you can use to make your little design a little bit more interesting. But that is how far I'm going to go because I need to put this on Padlet. So the next thing I'm going to do is go to the download button. And when you hit the download button, there's some choices here. You want to definitely change it to a JPEG because that's what we're going to need for putting it on Padlet. And then I'm going to go ahead and download that. Now what that's going to do is it's going to download it onto my computer, or if you're on a phone or iPad, it will download it into your camera roll. Okay. Then from there, you can head on over to Padlet and use your new image as your post for your choice board. And you're going to have 2 of these. So one's going to be for the first one, and the other one's going to be for the second choice. And I hope you had an interesting time learning about Canva. It's a really great tool.